Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I had a subscriber ask a question, and I'll just kind of paraphrase it, but I will link it for you guys to watch in the video overlapped. And essentially he's saying that when he does higher volumes of back work and pulling work that he feels like he needs straps because his grip gives out and he can't get enough back training in. And let's talk about that for a minute, because as you guys know, again, people who watch the training clips and they see me standing, moving around, deadlifting and things, they know I don't ever use straps. I don't have a lack of back development. My back is probably my best body part, and I'm not unique in that regard. So there's nothing special about me there in that regard. I'm just, a guy who trains hard. And there are lots of guys out there, though, in a similar predicament who have big forearms, big backs, who don't use straps for anything. They're just raw trainers all the way around. And there's a reason for that. And the thing that people are missing there, because again, this came up in my other video about building big forearms by throwing away your straps. What guys are not understanding with their grip giving out, it's not your actual forearms that are giving out. There's something else going on there. What you need to remember, if you're doing high volumes of back work and you're losing your grip as it goes along, it's not your forearms that's the problem. You need to remember your forearms tend to be very slow twitch and stamina dominant muscle groups, meaning your back and biceps and everything else actually have more fast twitch fibers. They wear out quicker than your forearms do. So a lot of guys are like, well, that doesn't make sense because my grip is giving out and my forearms are getting tired or fatigued or cramping, and my grip is giving out and everything else. It's got to be my forearms, so I'm using the straps for that. It actually isn't your forearms that's the problem. It is your peripheral nervous system getting beat up. Your issue there, the reason you're feeling the fatigue, or mainly you're not able to grip and you're losing the grip, losing grip strength is one of the first signs that you are overextending your peripheral nervous system. And that's one of the problems a lot of guys are running into. They're doing this and they're trying to do these large volumes of pulling to the point to where their peripheral nervous system is beat up. It's not recovering. And if your peripheral nervous system isn't recovering, you're going to struggle to get stronger because they're doing too much pulling volume for it to handle, and then their grip is giving out because their nervous system is giving out. And guys are beating up their peripheral nervous system too much and overtaxing it to the point to where it can't recover, and then they're having to take really long periods of time before they can deadlift or pull heavy or anything again. Think about that. For you guys who end up doing that large amounts of volume, you guys notice when you come back to train sometimes a day or 2 days later and lift anything heavy, if you're having to strap up because you're losing your grip as you go through the workout, meaning you're starting with deadlifts, then you're going over to rows or chin-ups or whatever, and by the time you're getting done with the other stuff, your grip is just giving out. Do you notice that even 2 days later, your strength on your other big compounds, whether it's squats or overhead press or bench press or anything else, seems to also struggle after that? Again, it's because you're extending your peripheral nervous system beyond what it can handle. Therefore, you can't grip anything anymore, and then it's slow to recover. So what I would suggest to guys is that it's not allowing you to get better back development because you can't train your back as often as a result of that. You're doing so much volume that it's really impeding your recovery. You would do better and you would end up with better back development if you don't push your peripheral nervous system to that point, because you're not really able to engage your back and recruit all the muscle fibers that you might want because you're already too fatigued at that point. You're adding a little bit of extra metabolic fatigue, but you're not getting real work in, the quality work that you need to make your back stronger and particularly bigger. So you would again do better if you don't push to the point. You stop short of the point to where you need straps for your grip to hold on. And think about it from that perspective, because you're staying within your recovery ability by doing so. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to recover quicker so that you can train hard again sooner. Because again, it's not your actual forearms and grip strength that's giving out, it's your nervous system that's giving out at that point. And that losing your grip strength is one of the dead giveaways of that. And I mean, there's different theories and ways to go about this. And what I'm proposing to you guys is just one methodology and one way of training. But I would suggest to a lot of you guys that things like your deadlifts, things like your barbell rows and all that, you would get stronger on it quicker, which will equal a bigger back, because again, the stronger you get on those big back movements, the faster your back is going to develop, the better your back is going to develop if you don't push it to the point to where you need straps, because again, your peripheral nervous system has time to recover, and then you can come in and train again sooner on any of your exercises, because the fatigue you're getting from that, if you're not recovering from it because you're overextending it, it's going to affect all of your other lifts. And if all of your other lifts are affected, then everything is going to grow slower. You're going to progress slower. So my advice is to not push to the point to where you actually need the strap, so that you can go ahead and recover faster and just get that quality back work in and get in and train again sooner. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.